Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Barlock and welcome back to my channel. Let me start with a question. Have you ever found yourself thinking, can I have a little more information before I decide? Or maybe you said things like, I'd like to research that first. Let's slow down and think this through. What's the process? What are the risks? If that's you, there's a good chance you have some strong C-style tendencies. And if you've ever been accused of overthinking, being too analytical, asking too many questions, or taking too long to make a decision, this video is definitely for you. Today we're talking about the C behavioral style in the DISC model. But before we get into that, I want to share a personal story, because understanding the C style completely changed one of the most important relationships in my life. My brother is a very high C, and I am a very high I, which means that we are about as different as two people can be when it comes to communication. Growing up, and honestly, even into early adulthood, I found him incredibly frustrating. I would share an idea and he'd immediately start asking questions. Lots of questions. I'd tell him about a plan and he'd start pointing out potential problems. I'd be excited about a decision and he'd want to analyze every possible outcome. And I remember thinking, why can't you just go with it? Why does everything have to be so complicated? Why do we need to analyze this to death? What drove me especially crazy was how long it took for him to make decisions. And I'm not talking about major life decisions. I'm talking about simple things. Even something as basic as picking a piece of fruit at the grocery store. I remember standing there thinking, oh my gosh, it's just an apple, pick one. Meanwhile, he was evaluating quality, freshness, size, color, and probably conducting a full risk assessment in his head. And honestly, it drove me crazy. As a high I, I'm naturally more spontaneous. I get excited about possibilities. I move quickly and I tend to trust my instincts. My brother is the exact opposite. He wants information, data, evidence. He needs time to think, time to process, time to make the right decision. At the time, I interpreted his behavior as being difficult, critical, and overly cautious. And if I'm being honest, I didn't always appreciate it. Then I started learning about behavioral styles and suddenly everything changed. I realized that my brother wasn't trying to challenge me. He wasn't trying to criticize me or my ideas. He wasn't even trying to make life difficult. He was simply processing information through his natural behavioral style. The questions weren't criticism, the analysis wasn't negativity, and the caution wasn't fear. It's simply how he's wired. And here's the funny part. Now that I understand behavioral styles, I'm pretty sure that he thought, and probably still thinks, that I'm the crazy one. Because from his perspective, I probably looked impulsive, too fast, too emotional, too willing to make decisions without enough information. And honestly, he wouldn't be entirely wrong. The breakthrough came when I stopped asking, why is he like this? And started asking, what strengths does he bring that I don't naturally have? That question changed everything. Because I began to see that his attention to detail saved us from mistakes. His thoughtful questions uncovered risks that I hadn't considered. His analytical thinking balanced my enthusiasm. And that's one of the reasons I love behavioral styles so much. They help us replace frustration with understanding. Instead of trying to make everyone communicate like us, we begin appreciating the value of different perspectives. And that's exactly what the C style brings. People with high C styles are often described as analytical, thoughtful, logical, precise, systematic, and detail-oriented. These are the people who want to understand how things work. They value accuracy, they appreciate quality, and they tend to think carefully before making decisions. If you're a high C, chances are you're not interested in making a quick decision just for the sake of making a quick decision. You want to make a good decision. You want to understand the facts and you want to assess the risks. You want to make sure the information is accurate. And honestly, the world needs people like you because while others may rush ahead, high C individuals often help us avoid mistakes, identify risks, improve systems, and maintain high standards. One of the greatest strengths of the C style is their commitment to quality. High C individuals often produce excellent work because they care deeply about doing things well. They're often the people asking important questions that everyone else overlooked. They're the ones who catch the errors. They notice the inconsistencies, they identify the risks, and help organizations improve processes. Many successful engineers, accountants, analysts, researchers, healthcare professionals, financial advisors, quality assurance professionals, and technical experts have strong C-style tendencies. People often rely on high C individuals because they are thorough, dependable, and thoughtful. They don't usually jump to conclusions. They prefer evidence over assumptions, facts over opinions, and logic over emotion. But like every behavioral style, the strengths of the C style can sometimes create challenges. Because high C individuals value accuracy and quality so highly, they may struggle with perfectionism. They may overanalyze decisions. They may spend so much time gathering information that action gets delayed. Sometimes they can become frustrated when others seem careless, unprepared, or unwilling to follow a process. And because they naturally focus on identifying problems and risks, they may unintentionally come across as critical when they're actually trying to be helpful. One of the things I've learned from my brother is that many high C individuals aren't trying to criticize. They're trying to improve. They're trying to prevent mistakes. They're trying to make sure the decision is the right one. The challenge is that not everyone receives it that way. So if you're a high C, what can you do to become even more effective? The first step is recognizing that done is sometimes better than perfect. I know that's uncomfortable, but waiting for perfect conditions often prevents progress. The second area for growth is becoming comfortable with uncertainty. Not every decision comes with complete information. Not every outcome can be predicted. And at some point, there has to be trust. Trust in your knowledge, trust in your experiences, and trust in your ability to adapt. Another opportunity for growth is recognizing that not everyone values details the way that you do. Some people want the summary. Some people want the highlights. Some people care more about relationships than spreadsheets. Learning to adjust your communication style for different audiences can dramatically increase your influence. And finally, give yourself permission to make mistakes. Because mistakes aren't evidence of failure. They're often evidence of growth. One thing I often tell high C individuals is this: your attention to detail is a gift. Your commitment to excellence is a gift. Your analytical thinking is a gift. Just don't let those gifts become barriers that keep you from moving forward. One of the biggest misconceptions about behavioral styles is that they're all about labeling people. They're not. They're about creating understanding. The goal isn't to change who you are. The goal is to become the best version of who you already are, to understand your strengths, to recognize your blind spots, and to learn how to adapt your communication to better connect with others. Because when communication improves, relationships improve, teams improve, leadership improves, and life gets a whole lot easier. If you're wondering whether you may have a high C style or you're simply curious to learn more about your own behavioral style, I have a free behavioral style overview available, and you'll find the link in the description and comments below. And if you're looking for deeper support, I offer one-on-one coaching, leadership development, team trainings, workshops, and DISC facilitation for organizations that want to strengthen their communication, improve teamwork, and create healthier workplace cultures. I would love to help. Before you go, let me know in the comments, are you the person who researches everything before making a decision? Or are you like me and have a high C person in your life who occasionally drives you crazy, but also saves you from making some pretty questionable decisions? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, the goal isn't to think like everyone else. The goal is to understand why everyone thinks differently. I'll see you in the next video.